What's up, Digidestins? Did you hear the bell? That means it's another beautiful day in the Market Watch. This one is right before the Christmas holidays, so definitely expect some weird fluctuations along the cross of the board. So guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You know what to do by now. Helps promote the video. If you comment down below, it promotes the algorithm, and it gets the video promoted further. So guys, without further ado, let's get into this video. So, first off, we're going to talk about none other than Greymon Promo 010. So, this Digimon promotional card is actually getting a reprint in the reprint set, but it's also in an alternate art version, and it has a little bit of a different text bracket. So, just keep that in mind that you can only play either in a combination this version of Promo 10, 4 of, or 2 of, and then 2 of the new one that comes out in the Revival Collection. Or you're going to be playing 4 or 4. Any combination between them, you can only have 4 max. Anything higher than that is a no-go. It is not the same exact. It's a same card with a subcategory for some reason. A few other cards we'll mention in the video will have this same effect because apparently Bandai wants to do some weird janky stuff to make it confusion as all hell. So let's see what we can do here though. On TCG Player though, it's at 50 cents going down, while Card Market's at 69 cents going up. Maybe Europe has something that I don't, but I know this card hasn't seen any competitive play since the era of, guess what? Agumon. So since then, it hasn't touched much, so I don't understand why this is going up at all on the Europe side, but hey, Europe has some jankiness that they like to pull off. Next card we're going to talk about, though, is Agumon Promo 009 Digimon promotional cards. This card is getting that same treatment as the Greymon. It is getting an alternate art that gives it a new numbering system, which now has a sub-clause on the card to say it treats as Promo 09. Which I don't understand. Just make it an alternate art and just put it as the reprint. I don't understand why they had to make it this complicated to print subtext down. This counts as BT09. You can't have more than 4 in your deck. So I don't know. But first off, TCG Player is at $11.98 going up for its regular art. So it's very interesting to see that it's on the high end, but hey, that just kind of goes for it. Then Card Market's at $3.99 going down. So Europe might be worth picking this up because it's kind of dirt cheap, especially if you're planning on playing Black War Greymon. Might be a smart investment for you guys. On TCG Player, though, for the Fest art, though, it's $11 holding strong there. Not going up, not going down. We can live with that, actually. Another card that you might want to pick up if you haven't gotten it yet for Black War Greymon. We'll have to see. I know people are trying to lean to the black version base, which I feel like has a better matchup against the red version, but compared to the red version's explosive personality, red version does have a better matchup against Universally All. So we'll have to see. Card Market, though, is at $4.50 climbing up. So we can expect that for a little pricey there. TCG Player for the new promo edition, promo pack that they did for the Event Pack 3 gift booster is at $18 going down. I like the art a lot. It's very clean looking, while Card Market's at $7 going down. Okay, we can see this and respect this. I think this is pretty solid to see the card kind of going down a little bit. We'll have to see which version of the Black War Greymon tops the most when Nats come around, because we know that some nations will have it, while a few might not. I don't know officially if we'll have BT11 on North America, but we'll have to see what happens. Next card we're going to talk about is Venusmon, alternate art from Cross Encounters BT10. The reason I'm bringing this card up is TCG Players at $37.77 going up. This card has a low stock rating right now. There's only a few copies left, and soon it'll be more expensive than ever. So this is just because SetCon is a very dangerous deck that you're going to have to walk into. The things you have to be really ready for, though, is that this card can just deal with a lot of issues, but it can't really deal with Black War Greymon X entirely. Yes, a lot of it's when Digivolving effects are negated if you do it for that first turn, but Black War Greymon doesn't need the extra security check anymore to really apply pressure. It'll just remove and deal damage freely now, because all it has to do is restand once, or you restand in any capacity, and it can just deal with some of your board state. So I think Venusmon, will have to see if Setcon can actually keep Black War Greymon at bay, but we'll have to wait and see. Card market, though, is at $36.20, going up as well. Just comes with the territory. I think there's nothing too out of the ordinary there. Next card we're going to talk about is Beelzemon Blast Mode from Digital Hazard EX02. This card is tanking across the board. Reason for that is Beelzemon X antibody is just the better top end now and less inconsistent. Because again, you had to mill Blast Mode to make it beneficial, because then you had to use Ayamako to warp into it. And now with Blast Mode kind of just being irrelevant, because now X antibody can just produce lethal by taking out free security, is really important there. TCG player, though, is at $15.34, going down for the regular art, while card market's at $29.95, going down. Okay, I can live with this. We'll probably see card market follow suit sooner than later, just because eventually stuff catches up. Card market, though, alternate art's the TCG player, alternate art is at $29.21, going down, while card market's at $38.90, going down as well. So expect this across the board. Beelzemon Blast Mode is just really good. It phased out because X antibody is just so much better, and you don't have to rely on these blast modes anymore. So something to really think about there. Next card we're going to talk about, though, is Sistermon Ciel alternate art from Cross Encounters BT10. This card is going on a down climb on TCG player. TCG player is at $23.48, going down. So very interesting to see how that goes. And I mean, hey, this is a card that's probably going to see future play. What do I mean by that? Well, if for some reason the new Royal Knight support is basically needing Sistermons in any capacity, might be smart to pick up these Sistermon seals before the reveals ever happen. What do I mean by that? You might want to get through, once we get through most of the Revival Collection, be prepared to see any of the BT13 Royal Knights. If one says anything Sistermon related, you will expect this card to climb. So just something to think about there. I mean, I don't want you guys to get caught off guard, especially if you want to max rarity this deck. A lot of it does have the rare version, which is cheaper, but we're covering the alternate art because sometimes people just want to max rarity their decks. Card market is at $14, going up. So I just see it that way. I mean, I'm not surprised if it going up there. Next card we're going to talk about is Patamon-Starter Deck 03 Heavens Yellow Starter Deck 3. Only two we're going to talk about here, because TCG player for the store championship is at $14.90, going down a bit by the chart. What surprised me was earlier this week it was about $6 on the low end, and now it seemed to explode. I have no clue who would have pushed this card, especially since the floral one is the max rarity, as I would put it. I think that one's more classified max rarity because it is harder to get now. Yes, you could possibly find on eBays and stuff like that the floral design box, but to be honest with you, I don't think it's easier to get this, because the floral was a little more harder to get because it's a limited quantity product. So I think we'll see where that goes, but card market's at $4.95, going down for this store championship one. I think all in all, I really wasn't going to cover this earlier in the week because I didn't want people to start hyping this up and try to buy it out, but it seems like somebody mentioned this card across the board. So TCG player, though, for the floral design is at $18.55, going up. Only 9 listings left before this card is kind of just out of here with its value. So something really you should be keeping your radar on, especially if you want to have these floral designs. They are getting quite expensive in certain cards. On Card Market, though, is at $7.95 going down. Might be worth picking it up at that $7.95 mark. In the Europe side, it might be worth your while. Next card we're going to talk about, though, is Demimon from BTO3 Winners Pack New Awakening. This card saw a buyout in its believability here. Things like this, I think this was because a little bit of people are hyping purple right now, which I don't fully understand. Demimon isn't the go-to Digitama for, let's say, Pielzamon. You really don't want to use it, but you could use it if that's what you want. But I don't know. I think this is just being overly hyped right now because it is a harder card to get. TCG Player right now is $39.40 going up, while Card Market's at $7.99 going up as well. So I think $7.99 is really acceptable. I would pick that up on the Europe side very easily for you guys. So just keep that going. Next card, though, we're going to talk about is Omnimon Alternate Art as Mirai's Art Edition, Battle Omni. We have low stock on this on TCG Player. TCG Player is at $16.94 going up. We have many different arts, but this is the combination with Shoutmon, Tai XD, or, Cross D. So it might be worth grabbing. I think we also got a reprint coming in. It's not going to be the alternate art. We have now 2 different version printings coming of Blitz Omni. One being a box topper, the other one being, in the reprint set. In the reprint set. So that's just something to look forwards to on that. TCG Players at $16.94 going up, while Card Market's at $9 going up as well. So I think seeing this climbing up a little bit on both parties might be a little bit hesitant on really fully investing into it. I don't know. With the reprint, I know it's the regular arts both across the board. So I don't know how people will feel about those. That's just my opinion there. Next card we're going to talk about is Omnimon Zawart Defeat, alternate art from Battle Omni as well. TCG Players at $29.90 going down, while Card Market's at $23.48 going up. With EX4, this is going to be similar to how you get the Geen Imperial Dramon. So with Geen Imperial Dramon here, it was a box topper promo. You would buy a box and hopefully pull it. This card, most people were able to get a playset by just buying 4 boxes at most cases. I'm not saying that's a bad design, but we'll probably see an over influx of Omnimon Zawart Defeats very easily. And I wouldn't be surprised if this card ends up in the reprint category as well. So something to really think about there. Next card we're going to talk about is Upamon from BTO3 Event Pack 2 Release Special Booster BTO1-03. TCG Player right now is at $19.97 going down, while Card Market's at $4 going up. This card is just a little bit chased after. Setcon is a deck, and you also do have Yellow Hybrid still rearing its head. So as long as those 2 decks exist, Upamon is still a really good Digitama for that deck. So I'm not surprised at its price right now, but I would expect this to dip down eventually. Next card we're going to talk about, though, is Alphamon Alternate Art from Xros BTO9. This card is TCG Players at $15 going up, while Card Market is at $12 going up. I'm not surprised with the recent top. This card was a little bit lower before it got a double top. I think it was like an $8 card, maybe even pushing closer to $5. But now we're looking at a very steady climb up here, and that's just because of the recent success. But who knows if that's a continuation success that can be recreated. So we'll have to wait and see if that continues. Next card we're going to talk about is Sistermon Ciel, alternate art, double diamond, BTO6. TCG Players looking at $23.88 going down, while Card Market's at $18 going down as well. Sistermon Ciel is great, especially across the board. Gaining that extra boost before your Royal Knights are really good. So you might want to make sure you have a small playset of this, especially if BT13 is Royal Knight heavy focus. Sistermons might be beneficial in those decks. So just keep that on your radar if you're planning on building Jessamon as well. It's always going to be a card needed for Jessamon. Next card is Cool Boy X Record BT09. TCG players at $6.95 going up, while card markets at $4.95 going up as well. If you bought these when they were like $5, you're pretty solid here. The only questionable ability here is if Cool Boy gets hit across the board. That slows down a lot of the OTK decks potentials. Yes, a few others aren't affected as much because they didn't care about this, but this also checks in Alphamon from getting out of hand again, just because that draw power for an X evolution evolve gets ridiculous pretty quickly. TCG player, though, for the pre-release stamp is $24.98 going up, while card market's at $9 going up. I don't think investing more than one is a smart tactic right now until we know we get past a restriction list session, but that's just me. Next card we're going to talk about, though, is Starmons Event Pack 2 Battle of Omni BT05. TCG players at $8.50 going down, while card market's at $3.49 going up. So, I mean, Starmon was seeing a little bit of resurgence when we got to D-Reaper. D-Reaper took advantage of it, but now we have Death X just running amok a little bit, and Starmon's just not enough to check and balance some of these decks. And where Greymon is just still where Greymon. Just a very powerful being in itself. I think, all in all, though, we're looking pretty solid. I think not terrible. So, I think Starmon might be a smart pickup, just long-term, just in case Lord Nightmon comes back and can play 2 Digimon or something like that with his X-Antibody form. Who knows? I'm just saying, be on the cautious side with this. Next card is Gammamon from New Awakening pre-release tournament. So this card is getting a reprint as well. At least this one is just an alternate art, but it still has the same clause as the Agumon promo and the Greymon promo. I don't understand why they did this and just not giving everybody an alternate art from across the board. Make it very interesting to get. But TCG players at $3.91 going down, while card markets at $1.49 going down as well. So, all in all, good stuff here. I really do think so. I think looking at this, we are getting that reprint, so this card will come down eventually. Because, again, I don't see anything of them going about it as making the Revival Collection nothing more than like a box topper event that we got like starter deck 11. I think that would be a bad play. They learned their lesson here. The Revival Collection is really useful for players getting into the game, so I think that might be a bigger turning point and selling point for them to keep the box as a box to buy. So guys, what did you think of this video? Let me know down in the comments. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video as well. I mean, it is around the holidays. Remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and guys, spend plenty of time with your family over the weekend if you are celebrating this wonderful holiday season. So guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you next one. Peace!